finished. Go away.
Yeah.
Wait, can you see first if I look okay?
You look pretty.
Okay, thank you. Go away.
Please.
Hi, it's Liko. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing the best book I've ever read. The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender. This is by Leslye Walton. This is her debut novel, and this was my favorite book of 2017 so far. I am so confused as to why this book doesn't have as much hype on BookTube as much as other books do. Now, I've read some pretty shitty books that have had like way hyped up, and this book I've seen, you know, here and there, but it is not as hyped as it should be. This book is worth it. I think you all should just, you know, stop what you're doing, or right after this review, go out and buy it. If you hear my dog panting over there, it's because the kennel is like right over there, and he was a naughty boy, and it's quiet time, and he's taking it upon himself to be annoying. Okay, so this first half of this video is going to be spoiler free. And then the last half of the video, I'm going to mention some spoilers. So if you haven't read this book, then this part of the video is for you. First off, the writing in this book is so fluid. It is filled with like similes, metaphors. It almost reads like a poem or a song. And I know some people can't really get into that writing style, but after, you know, the first chapter or like even the first few pages, you start to get more used to it, and it's wonderful. It reads like a dream. The flow of this story is phenomenal. This story covers 3 generations of women, and the grandmother, her name is Emmeline, and the mother, her name is Vivian, and then Vivian's children, which are twins, Ava Lavender and Henry Lavender. Everyone in the family seems to have some type of magical quirk. The grandmother, Emmeline, can see her dead siblings. They are always in the corner and like every room she's in, just kind of watching everything that she does. Vivian, the daughter, or the mother of Ava, she can like sense or smell things that are about to happen. Like she can tell when love's about to come, you know, knock in, or if something bad's about to happen. So she is kind of like she foresees the future, but she doesn't get visions. She just utilizes her other senses in order to get those, you know, warnings or premonitions. There you go. Ava's twin brother, Henry, is a little like, I would describe him to be a little bit autistic. He just doesn't talk very much, and he's kind of in his own world. He does communicate with the spirits of his grandmother's siblings. He is now the symbol of death. In this book, he's kind of like the Grim Reaper. He communicates with him the most. In the book, he repeats these like few sentences over and over again, and no one can figure out what the heck is going on or why he's saying that. And it turns out to be like a premonition. So Henry kind of has like his grandmother and his mother's gifts all rolled into one. Ava's gift was that she was born with wings, like the little feather on the cover. She was born with literal wings, actual angel wings. She was like a celebrity as a baby, and Nathaniel, it becomes like her stalker. He is an extremist in religion. He whips himself every time he sins or thinks something bad. He is obsessing over Ava Lavender, and he believes her to be an actual angel. So growing up, Ava wants nothing more than to be a normal girl. She tries to hide her wings from the community, and she wants to hang out with like normal teenagers in normal social settings. She has these 2 friends, they're brother and sister, and their names are Cardigan and Roe, and they just treat her like any other, you know, teenage girl. This is like a coming of age story that has like, you know, just magic and quirkiness, and it kind of had the whole Miss Peregrine's vibe for me, but it wasn't exactly, you know, like Miss Peregrine's. It was just so much better, you guys. It was so much better. Cardigan tries to push her in the story to literally fly, and she can't. It is a beautiful story of coming of age, of learning yourself, getting over a stalker, you know, and choosing to choose life over death and love over hate. And I gave this book a 5 stars on Goodreads, hands down. It is my favorite book this year. It's gonna take a lot to top this one. And next year, it may be my favorite book next year too. So we'll just see how long that lasts. So now I'm gonna talk about spoilers. So if you are still here, if you've read this book, then you can go ahead and stay. If you haven't read this book, then turn this video off, buy this book, and then come back. Okay, he thinks she's an actual angel because of her wings, and he obsesses over her in a way where he wants to have sex with her. He feels like she will feel like feathers. Does the deed with himself every night with a pillow, a feather pillow, thinking that that's how she's gonna feel. And in the end of the book, when she is like lured into his house by him and he rapes her, and she doesn't feel like feathers. So you know this asshole does? He rips her wings off and he leaves her to bleed to death. Like, who would do that? It's like some crazy person. So while she's bleeding to death in his floor, he just takes off, you know, and the mother finds out because Henry, that's what he was trying to tell his family for so long with those like 2 sentences. Okay, I can't find the sentences right now. He has a premonition of this happening to her. So the mother Vivienne is like, you know, going after her, trying to save her, and she is a little too late. Wings have already been ripped off, but she sees Nathaniel in like the middle of the road. She's got like this truck she's never driven, like hardly ever. She like never drives. So she's in a truck going after her daughter, okay? And then Nathaniel's just kind of standing in the road because she almost runs him over. And then the dead uncle, you know, the one that we symbolize as death in this story, he just vaporizes him in the middle of the road. That asshole got what was coming to him. So while Ava is healing, you know, Emmeline doesn't really leave her side in the hospital. Emmeline hands over the bakery to her daughter, and the grandmother does not leave Ava's side. After a while, when Ava comes home and she's healing, Emmeline finally decides, I'm ready to go. She has a dream about her siblings. They're playing cards, and then her brother is taking her and crossing her over to the other side. I thought that was beautiful. I remember the part where she like takes her hair out of the bun and lays it like out on her pillow and lays back, and then her spirit like grabs the hand of her brother and just goes, and then they go off to play cards, and she's reunited with like the rest of her siblings because she couldn't really like talk to them, she could just see them, so she's really happy. And then Ava, she comes to terms with, you know, she has to choose life or death. And her, you know, uncle, which is death, says, you know, I am here for you, but you have a choice. You can choose to live, but if you don't want to live, then I'll take you with me. And so she decides she wants to choose to live. And so instead of taking Ava that day, he goes and takes Emmeline. And Ava decides that, you know, I'm going to do this. I got this. I'm going to be powerful. I'm going to be strong. I'm going to do this. And Vivienne learns to love Gabe because she's afraid of Gabe dying, because every time Vivienne loves somebody, something bad happens. So Vivienne learns how to love, Emmeline accepts death, and Ava accepts life. So at the end of the story, she like jumps off her roof after staring at Nathaniel's yard for some time and like looking at the doorstep, just kind of reminiscing on the terrible thing that happened to her. And then she decides to let go and move on, and she just jumps off her roof and flies. And it is like the most beautiful ending to a story ever. I definitely gave this book 5 stars for sure. If I could give it like 1,000,000 stars, I would. So yeah, thank you for watching my review of The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender. If you've read this book, then leave me a comment down below and we'll discuss some of, you know, your favorite parts or the parts that you didn't like. And if you haven't read it, then go get it. Go get it right now. And let me know how you like it. If you like this video, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more videos from me. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.